Everyone thinks they know Malaysia. They've seen the photos, they've watched the reels. Tall buildings, beautiful islands, good food. Then they leave, confident they've done the country. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most travelers never actually experience Malaysia. They skim the surface, collect a few pictures, and move on, never realizing they missed something far bigger. That raised a dangerous question in my mind. 5. What if the best parts of Malaysia aren't famous at all? Travel today has a problem. People don't explore anymore, they repeat. The same landmarks, the same angles, the same captions. It's like everyone is following the same script, written by someone who never wanted you to go deeper. Malaysia suffers from this more than most places, because on the surface, it already looks perfect. But perfection can be misleading. Behind the polished attractions and popular routes lies a completely different Malaysia, one most people never meet. So I asked myself something simple, but terrifying. What happens if I ignore the tourist version completely? That question became a challenge. No viral lists, no chasing popularity, no repeating what everyone else already saw. Instead, I wanted the places locals protect, the places without signs, the places you only hear about if you listen closely enough. Malaysia isn't just a country, it's a puzzle. And I wanted to see what happens when you stop looking at the picture on the box and start searching for the missing pieces. Malaysia is famous for a reason. The Petronas Twin Towers rise like proof of ambition. The cities pulse with energy, the islands look unreal. These places deserve their reputation. But when something becomes famous, it becomes crowded. When it becomes crowded, it becomes controlled. And when it becomes controlled, something gets lost. The question isn't whether these places are beautiful. The question is, what exists beyond them? I had to admit something. On past trips, I followed the same routine. Landmark to landmark, photo to photo, checklist to checklist. I thought I was traveling, but I was really just consuming. I wasn't remembering moments, I was remembering locations. So this time I made a promise. This journey would be different. But stepping off the beaten path is risky. It's unpredictable. You don't know if it will be worth it. And that uncertainty, that's where the magic lives. Malaysia doesn't transition gently, it jumps. One moment you're surrounded by glass towers and traffic noise. The next, you're swallowed by thick greenery and unfamiliar sounds. No warning, just contrast. And that contrast is exactly what makes Malaysia special. Deep inside the country are rainforests older than imagination. Places like Taman Negara don't try to impress you. They don't care if you're there, they just exist. Walking through these forests feels like stepping into another time. The air is heavier, the sounds are unfamiliar, everything feels alive and watching. Standing there, surrounded by trees that have existed for millions of years, I realized something unsettling. Nature doesn't need humans, but humans desperately need nature. Away from highways and billboards are villages that don't announce themselves. Fishing communities along the coast, no luxury branding, no performances, no rush. People wake up for the sun and the tide, nets are repaired by hand, stories are shared through conversation, not screens. Time behaves differently here. Being there doesn't feel like visiting, it feels like being allowed in. And that raised another question. Why do these places feel more real than the ones everyone talks about? The answer is simple. They don't chase attention. They don't sell an image. They don't try to impress. Hidden gems don't come with guarantees. The roads are longer, the directions are vague, the payoff is uncertain. At one point, I followed a path that barely looked like a path. No signs, no crowds, just instinct. And I remember thinking, if this leads nowhere, will it still be worth it? Then I heard water. Hidden deep on Tioman Island, behind thick vegetation, a waterfall waits quietly. No buses, no fees, no souvenir shops. Just water, mist, and silence. It didn't feel discovered. It felt protected. And that's when it hit me. If this exists, what else have we been missing? After days of silence, Malaysia flipped the switch. Kuala Lumpur doesn't ease you in. It hits you all at once. Lights, noise, movement. Neon signs compete for attention. Cars slide past in every direction. Voices overlap in a dozen languages. And somehow, it works. As night falls, the streets transform. Food carts roll out. Grills ignite. Smoke fills the air. This isn't just food. This is culture in motion. Tourists rush through, snapping photos. I stayed, because the longer you stay, the more you notice. The jokes between vendors, the rhythm, the life beneath the noise. Cities usually feel loud. Kuala Lumpur feels alive. It doesn't choose one identity. It chooses all of them. And that made me wonder, if even the busiest places hide depth, what happens when you leave the mainland? Sabah doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself slowly. The air changes, the pace shifts, nature leads. Mountains rise without warning. The ocean stretches endlessly. The islands here don't feel real. The water is transparent. Time loses meaning. You stop escaping. You start existing. So why aren't more people here? Because these places require effort. No shortcuts, no guarantees. Hidden gems stay hidden because they demand intention. Somewhere along this journey, something changed. I stopped asking, what should I see next? And started asking, what do I want to feel? Malaysia wasn't just showing me places, it was showing me a different way to move through the world. Hidden gems aren't just locations, they're people, moments, silence. Getting lost became normal. Wrong turns led to the best meals. Bad directions led to real conversations. If everything had gone perfectly, I would have missed all of it. Some countries impress you. Malaysia welcomes you. It layers cultures instead of separating them. Malay, Chinese, Indian, indigenous. Not perfectly, honestly. And at some point I realized something freeing. I could stay here forever and still miss things. Malaysia doesn't offer completion, it offers depth. Convenience is expensive, not financially, experientially. Every shortcut skips something. Every easy choice removes friction. And friction is where meaning lives. Hidden gems aren't hard to reach because they're hiding. They're hard to reach because they're not trying to pull you in. And that difference matters. Because the moment a place stops performing for you, it starts revealing you. So here's the real question. If the most meaningful places aren't advertised, if the best moments require effort, if depth exists beyond what's obvious, then what else in your life have you been walking past? When the path splits, which one will you choose?